to the Pod Hub. We are your pod stars. Tristan,
Joe,
And William.
kick us off, William.
Right, so our first section is sports. Right, I'm just going to get straight into it. What are your guys' favourite sports?
if I would say my favourite sport is football, and it probably has been since I was very young.
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird question for me because it is football, but I hate my football team. It's Paul Tottenham, and it's the most
They are
miserable.
rubbish.
Yeah, I know. It's the most miserable existence ever because we got a board who don't know what they're doing. We got a manager who don't know what they're doing, and we got players who don't know what they're doing. So it's us fans that sort of sit and watching the game, don't score any goals, don't win any games. It's just so I don't think it is my favourite sport at the moment. I think my favourite sport at the moment is probably darts. To be honest,
Why is that?
I just love the atmosphere. You know, you go and you watch darts at Ali Pali, and you got all the fans. They're all dressing up in fancy dresses. You walk in, you see the Pope walk past. You know what I mean? You see these geezers dressed up as bananas or whatever. It's just a good atmosphere. I enjoy watching the sport because it's quite fast paced. I think for me, it is pretty much about the atmosphere. I just love it. I can't wait to go. I want to go when I'm 18 though, so I can get very drunk and watch the darts.
Fair enough.
What about
I
you?
feel like darts have got very popular over like the last year of like Luke Littler. I'm
Yeah,
noticing as well as well.
100%. Because back in the day, you know, you did have great players like Phil Taylor, Raymond van Barneveld, loads of great players, but it was a pretty big sport, but it wasn't as watched as it is today. I think today, since Littler's been the number one, it's the second most watched sport in the UK after Premier League football, and nothing's going to beat Premier League football.
Wow.
But like, it's beating the cricket, it's beating golf, beating tennis, it's beating rugby, all the other ones, which is good because it's a good sport to watch. What about you, Will?
I'm not really a sporty person, but I'd probably say Formula One.
Oh, nice.
It's a bit different. Most people wouldn't think of it as a sport. They just think of it as driving around on a grid, but
Yeah.
it's a lot more complex. You've got to be really fit, you know, G-forces going around the corner at
bet.
like a lot of speed, and it's tactical as well. You've got to think about your position on the grid, how
Exactly.
you're going to gain places, or if you have to pit, you've got to think of your timings, how many seconds you're off from each opponent. It's just a lot more complex than people think it is.
Yeah. I used to watch Formula One all the time, if I'm honest with you, but I stopped because it was just getting boring because it was just Verstappen winning every time, and like you watch a race, like, oh, okay, this could be a good race. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins, but it's just Verstappen every time, and he's like 20 seconds ahead of everyone else. So I sort of stopped watching it. But by the looks of things, it sounds like he isn't as good anymore, which is good. I might get back into it.
I don't think it's that he's not as good. I just think everyone else's technology with their cars is getting better, their skills growing a bit more, you know. And he's not losing it at all, but Red Bull need to up their game a bit more.
Yeah,
But my personal favourite is always going to be McLaren.
I rate McLaren. Was it Piastri and Norris?
Norris.
Didn't he just win? Wasn't it first
yeah,
and
the
second?
championship, yeah.
Good for them. Joe, I was watching the other day on BBC. I was watching the bowls.
What was that good?
Oh, it wasn't very exciting. I'll tell you that. Like, it's basically just a bunch of old people in the crowd just going like that. And you've got the people that sort of go like that. And you've got to get it closest to the little ball. And it just isn't.
Isn't that the sport where they just like wipe the floor in front of it?
Yeah, and it's like the thing that all the old sort of the old boys play. They sort of you go when you sort of walk around the Fort Bay and stuff, you can see it, and they're all out there. And you don't. The youngest person there's got to be 80. Honestly, it's like
Probably.
I don't know, death's waiting room. You know.
Do you think bowling takes like a lot of skill?
Well, obviously bowling and bowls are a different thing, but bowls, I think it takes some skill, but
Not like a
So
lot.
it's more accuracy.
Yeah.
You haven't really got to be fit or anything.
no.
Arm strength,
Yeah,
maybe.
but
But
look at the people playing. You know what I mean?
well,
But to
they're
be fair,
deteriorating.
with the darts as well, you got. It isn't exactly sportsman's build watching the darts. You know what I mean?
You've got to have the mind for it.
You do. What have you guys got any good sporting memories?
Oh yeah, probably when I was in year 7, Chelsea won the Champions League, and that was probably big for me.
I bet.
Yeah, I know you guys never won it.
Oh, shut up, mate. Liverpool, when we played Liverpool in the Champions League final, we were robbed. I can't remember who, I think it was Vertonghen or Sissoko. They hit him there and they gave a handball in the first minute, which led to a pen which they scored. Never a handball. I will stand by that fact till the day I die, but that was never a handball.
But you're going to lose anyway. Anyway, have you got any good sporting memories?
Probably when I was in secondary school playing football, like during PE. Big guy in our class. God. Well, that's end of our first segment. God, it's just
Yeah.
about to get into it. Our next section is on TV and film. So, again, straight into it.
Yeah.
What are your favourite like TV shows or films, like even genres that you guys like?
I don't know. I think that's quite a tough question. I think I'll be honest. I'm more of a TV show guy than
Yeah,
a film
other
guy.
films, yeah.
I do like a film, but I think I like sort of staying with the characters for a long time. Like,
That's fair.
I'll be honest. I like comedies, but I like British comedy. I'm not mad. I like Friends, but apart from that, I'm not big on the American comedy, like, especially the US Office. I've watched the US Office, and I love the UK Office, and I think the US Office is absolutely abysmal compared to the UK
Yeah,
Office.
I agree. Even
And I
though,
will stand by that fact till I die as well.
yeah,
But I'm more into sort of real life stuff, you know what I
like
mean?
documentaries.
Yeah, like real life stuff, documentaries, and sort of stuff that's to do with things that happen in real life. So I'm not a massive fan of stuff like Game of Thrones. That don't really do.
Yeah, I don't really like
I'm
shows.
starting to watch that.
Are you?
Actually,
You
yeah.
enjoying it?
It's good. Like it's a bit, controversial, the incest and whatnot. God,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
that
to get
is
started on that.
controversial.
Yeah, I'm not going to get started on that. But I am more of a film person myself.
Yeah.
Just sit down for an hour instead of worrying, oh, what happens in the next episode? I can just see it all happen at once.
What's
Yeah.
some of your favourite films?
Lord of the Rings, like the books are incredible, but sitting there being able to see it on the screen is just so much more. But genre-wise,
Yeah.
action, you
Action.
just can't beat it. Seeing the good choreography, things like that,
Fair enough.
it's just nothing
yeah.
better.
I think your favourite film?
I don't really have a favourite film per se, so I'm not really a big film person.
Yeah, about TV show.
Yeah, TV show. My favourite TV show was Prison Break. Like,
Ah.
started watching that when I was around 7. and I just-
What's 7?
7.
yeah, I used to watch it with my big
Jesus.
sister, and I just really enjoy it. I think it's a good show.
Fair
But I
enough.
feel like after the first season, where they actually break out of prison, like it gets a bit boring. And then they brought it back a few years later, and it just wasn't as good. I think.
I
Fair
think
play.
for me, my favourite TV show has got to be Succession.
What's that?
It's quite a famous show. It's got a great cast. It's got Brian Cox, he's brilliant. Not Ken Roy, he's the character. What's his name? Jeremy Strong, Kieran Culkin, great actors. But it's basically about this very, very rich. I think he's kind of loosely based on the Trump family. This very, very rich guy called Logan Roy, who owns loads of sort of news companies. He has his company, and it's all very. It's not very good man, to be honest. Very unethical stuff he does. But it's all about, he's getting on a bit, he's in his 80s. It's basically all about them, sort of the family fighting basically for who runs the company and sort of the inside of the company. And the whole thing is that the characters are all horrible. Like, I'll be honest, there isn't a nice character in the show. They may seem nice at the start, but towards the end you find out they're all just horrible. But I won't go into too much detail because don't want to spoil it for anyone. But it's a very good TV show. Very good TV show.
Might have to start watching it.
Yeah, it's very good.
So I was to ask you another question, but I know you're a pretty big Beatles fan.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to get on later. What do you think about the pictures of the new movie that have surfaced online?
Well, I think I'm in two minds because I think I'm pretty split because I think Barry Keoghan doesn't look too bad as Ringo. I think his face looks a bit strange, but I think he'll pull it off. Paul Mescal, I think, does look great as Macca. But the other two, I forgot their names, the other two, the actors, not the Beatles. They look nothing like them. I think the John Lennon one looks creepy. And the George Harrison one, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, he looks nothing like him. And I don't know if it was just that specific picture, but I've seen other pictures recently, and they look nothing like him. But you do have to remember that they don't just cast people for how they look. They've also got to be able to do the Scouse acts, and they've also got to be able to sort of carry their character, you know what I mean? They've got to be able to sort of portray their sort of the Beatle. And say someone looks exactly like George Harrison but can't put the Scouse accent and can't act like George Harrison, then it's not going to work. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm buzzing for it though, because I think there's going to be 4, one of each Beatle, and they're all coming out on one day, so that's going to be good. All right, so before we get to the next section, if you don't know, the way we're doing it is if there's, we talk about whatever the section is, and when the bell goes, we have to move on immediately. So if we're moving quite quickly, that is why. So let's get to the final section of the evening, and it is my favourite topic, music. Anyone want to get us started?
Yeah, I know you're gonna have a lot to say about this, but to be honest, I'm not really like a big music person. Like,
That's fair
I
enough.
listen to a few songs here and there, but it's not like something I look forward to in my day.
Fair enough. What about you, Will?
To be honest, me neither. I like music. I put it on. It's good, but I just like Tristan. I'm not really a big nerd on it.
Yeah, I probably would say that I am a big music nerd. Like, last week I think I listened to 3,000 minutes on Spotify.
In a week.
Yeah, but to be fair, I was on a bit of a mad one. I think I was trying to do an album a day this year, but I basically forgot about it for the first few weeks of the year and then realised I was going to do it, and I'm trying to catch up. So I think I'm on about, obviously, 365. I've done about 35, so I'm pretty much all caught up. I haven't actually done my album today, so that might be something for this evening. But I just wanna sort of expand my music taste. I'm listening to stuff I probably wouldn't usually go for, but I just want to get into new sort of music, sort of push the bar out a bit, because there's so much music out there that I haven't discovered, and whether they're big artists, small artists, like there's some really good stuff that I need to get onto. But I think there's so much good music that nobody will ever listen to all of it. You know what I mean?
As long as you're not listening to K-pop.
Okay.
All right, I think that's the end. Thank you for listening to us. We are the Podstars, and we are out.